What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Big D here. It's time to review one of the most critically acclaimed movies of 2014, which stars Miles Teller and I totally forgot his name for a moment. Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons, of course. This movie is directed by Damien Chazelle, and well, most of you might have heard of it, and it was nominated for the Oscars in a few categories. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, I'm talking about Whiplash. Now, this is a non-spoiler review, guys. I'm not going to spoil nothing for you. I'm just going to tell you my pros and cons of the final score and tell you whether or not you should check it out or not if you have not seen it. Now, let's get right to it. First off, I gotta say my pros, because there's a lot of them and I have to get them out of the way. It's intense. This is an intense movie, man. And I mean, some scenes are really where your stomach's going to flip over, because the way that this is another pro, J.K. Simmons. The way J.K. Simmons plays his character, he's the teacher. He's a main character. His name is Fletcher, and oh gosh, he yells and screams a lot. Where you're gonna be questioning yourself. Are teachers even allowed to be doing this? Now, of course, it's around college area, but I mean, he screams with all his might, and oh my gosh, your stomach's gonna flip. It's intense. There's name calling, the F word. I don't mean fuck. I mean the other F word. Bag. All that. I totally said it, but there's many horrible other names that he says. It's really, really bad. Bad as in intense. It's good to be intense, and really you question yourself. Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons. Miles Teller is fantastic. A lot of people are like, well, Miles Teller in Fantastic Four, blah blah blah. He's gonna be good. He's not gonna suck in there. Now the movie itself, I don't know yet, but him himself, he's gonna be good. But Whiplash, J.K. Simmons and Miles Teller, their chemistry together is so well done from a teacher to a student status. It's really well done. Miles Teller, from his fear to his conquering. I mean, you see him change and evolve in this movie, and it is super really terrifying, beautiful, comedic, and intense at the same time. Music and jazz. I'm not a big jazz guy. I don't listen to jazz all the time, but literally in this movie, you wanna go around and actually play the drums while he's doing it. You wanna go with the beat actually, and the music's really interesting. And jazz is such an artistic. Any music's artistic, except rap. Oh, not the rapping, but the computer. Like, that's computer. No, you gotta make the music, man. So the music in here is very awesome, and Whiplash is actually a song, and there are many drummers, jazz drummers. I consider Neil Peart, he's not a jazz drummer, but he's one of the greatest drummers to be in the history of the world, the drummer Rush. So I just gotta say, hopefully he saw this movie. The ending and the last third act of this movie is really awesome. It's really great. The ending itself, it leaves you wanting more. This movie literally could have gone on for another 20 minutes, and I would totally be fine with that. Literally, the ending is where you're like, what? It ended? It's one of those where it's like, what? Why end on that? It's such an ambitious ending, really. It's funny. There are funny scenes in here that will make you laugh, of course, and J.K. Simmons even makes you laugh, too, just the way his mind works. It's a complicated life. It definitely shows how the teacher, he thinks it's an easy life, but the student always has a complicated life, and his family's not really with him. His family's very dickish to him. They're really mean to him, and he's on his own, and he's trying to make a living, and he's trying to be what he wants to be. He wants to be the best, and whether he has to sacrifice relationships or anything, that's what he's gonna do. It shows hard work and sacrifice, and it shows him that he believes. He believes in what he wants to pursue him, and that's definitely a pro, man, and it's an inspirational movie. Now, my cons. There is a whole romance thing, and at the end where the romance thing's kind of going off in a way where you will see if you see the movie. I'm not going to spoil what happens, but this whole romance arc, it's interesting at first, the way he asks out a girl, but going on forward into the film, later on in the film, it doesn't work out. I mean, I'm saying it doesn't work with a script. It's just no, I'm not liking it. Just continue with the drums, go to that. It kind of dazes off there for a second. The father's story, how his father and like the whole, it just the father story didn't go nowhere with his dad. He even goes to a family dinner and everything. It doesn't go anywhere, and it's not really much of importance. I guess it's just to show his complicated life, but still, you think it goes somewhere, but it doesn't. There's a scene. There's an accident. There's an accident in the movie. Not gonna say what it is, but you know, it's realistic up to a point. But to this accident, it kind of tells you, wait, what? Where did he? What? Nobody's going to notify him, or what happens? No one. It just moves on from there, and it doesn't never go back. Where you're thinking to yourself, is he okay? Is he really okay? Type of thing. And I mean, he doesn't get in trouble or nothing. No law, no police or nothing. I'm just saying, there's an accident that happens. You'll see it if you see the movie. And that's my cons, really. I mean, that's not a big much of cons to be cons. Oh my gosh, not a big deal. But the pros, J.K. Simmons, the acting, the directing in here of how an indie movie, it's one of the best indie movies I've ever seen, honestly, honest to God. It's super intense, the music and the dialogue and the writing and the acting and the way it's all performed just works so well. And the last third act again blows your mind, man. Miles Teller playing the drums, going super fast. He's Neil Burning it, man, and it's mind blowing. I didn't think I'd like this movie. Heard it was great. Oscar nominations, everything. Miles Teller, okay. J.K. Simmons, okay. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give Whiplash a solid A. Now, movies have got an A before, but let me tell you, usually an A plus gets my stamp of approval. But I have to give this one. I have to give this one it. Out of my years of reviewing, I've reviewed for a couple years. Now that my new channel, it doesn't really, I guess, consider now, but I've been technically for about 3-4 years reviewing. Out of those years, there was only one movie that got my big D approval. Big D 8091. Big D approval. That's Argo with Ben Affleck. That's a movie that's approved. I want to buy it. I want to own it right now, and I want to tell all my friends about it. Go see this. Go see that. Literally, watch this movie. Not every movie is like that, but this movie, this is my second movie ever in history to get a big D approved. This is literally a movie to see, to watch. Any age could watch it. Just watch this movie now. It's inspirational. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope all of you enjoyed. Spock be with you always.